the similarities of what is being done right now to the beginning of our country. We are repeating, and we're at the very beginning of it, but we are repeating all of the steps that it took for us to be free in around the time of the Declaration of Independence. Don't you think?
I agree.
It's starting to happen.
And I look at the Tea Parties, I look at other, even churches, and it's like the committees of correspondence. What we're doing with transmitting information through social media, etc. I was just talking to some of the guys on the ground this morning in 6 of the battleground states, and they say hands down that on our side, social conservatives and Tea Party folks, our technology is so much better than what Obama has. The media keeps saying how great his technology is. What we've been able to do with micro-targeting, what we've been able to do with voter ID and registration turnout, it is so much more sophisticated than what they're doing on their side. And that's exactly what was going on in the first and second Great Awakenings. Everybody underestimated how organized and how dedicated small groups could be, and that's exactly where we are now.
So what is your prediction?
I predict that tomorrow night is not going to go nearly as long as everybody thinks it will. I don't think it's going to be nearly as tight. We'll certainly know within the first couple of hours.
Just give me an electoral college number for Romney. Ballpark it.
270 to win, and I think it's easy over that. I think it could be 320, 330.
I agree. He will be anywhere from 3 to 6 points ahead in Iowa. When that comes back, that count, it'll be 3 to 6 points ahead.
And you kind of wanted to run these numbers that, let's say this does happen. I
Right.
mean, it's not a guarantee by any means, but, if the activists turn out, if people who listen to this show, who participate with Freedom Works, churches really come out and show up to vote, and they're able to swing these things 6 points, for example, to use Wisconsin as example, what happens? Well, states like Florida that are swing states and Virginia that are really close go to Romney right away. The Colorados of the world and New Hampshire and Iowa all will move to Romney in that situation. Wisconsin is close enough to move in that situation. Ohio
Wisconsin becomes tied, right?
No, Wisconsin would move all the way into
Romney?
Into the Romney category.
I think there's a chance of that. I do think there's a chance of that. If they're tied now, I believe that's not an accurate snapshot. I believe if they're tied now, it means they're winning by 3 to 6 points.
Now, I will say that the Wisconsin poll we're talking about is a Rasmussen poll. Has them tied at 49-49. Other pollsters disagree and still see there's a lead that's not major, but a small lead for Obama. So we should at least factor that in. But you're talking about a 6-point swing. If this really comes into that sort of level, you're talking about Pennsylvania and Nevada also switching.
Nice.
And you're going to get into the area of 321 electoral votes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, what was it, 321 points?
321 to 217.
Electoral votes?
Yeah, in that scenario.
Wow, that'd be great.
Which would be a mandate.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be a
huge.
giant spanking.
That's huge.
If you look at history through a biblical worldview, the last step before a nation is completely destroyed is they drive the righteous from among them. If this isn't a sign of a group of people that will drive the righteous from among them, and that's the last step before God's wrath comes, I fear for our country. And it cannot be overstated. It cannot be called paranoid. If you are a God-fearing person, hear me. Last call, America. Last call. Because the righteous will be driven from among them. They are nasty, divisive, and I'm sorry, but there is no way to describe that quote from Valerie Jarrett other than evil. Warning. Saul Alinsky is just the beginning of these people. But I believe in the American people. I believe that we are not too far gone. I believe that people can watch and see the difference. They can feel the difference. When you watch Barack Obama, you can just see he is angry. When you watch Mitt Romney, you can see he is not. We're not an angry nation. We don't listen to demagogues like that. It doesn't work. No matter how much power he has amassed, no matter how many friends in the media he has, Americans know. And if they reject it this time, if they're so dead inside, and it's a possibility, they're so dead inside they can no longer see the difference between good and evil, we have to be destroyed. Because we will be a remarkable evil on this planet.
Burn this motherfucker down.